Hello. You join me at a hotel quite a long way from home, and tomorrow we have an early start and lots of interesting things to do. And that's because tomorrow there's a big event on for the automotive industry, whereby dozens of different motor manufacturers turn up with, I would estimate, 200 to 300 vehicles, mostly new, and that's a good chance for us to have a look round, take some test drives and see what's what. And as usual, and in stark contrast to all these shiny new cars, I'll be turning up in my faithful 17-year-old Primera, which has already done some good work today. It's done 167.6 miles without skipping a beat. Anyway, come with me into the hotel and I'll show you my room, which has got to be the smallest hotel room I've ever seen. Okay, so we're standing by the inside of the main entrance to my little luxury suite, and we start in this corridor, which of course, as every corridor should, has an ironing board hanging up with an iron down there. I'm sure that would absolutely thrill Mrs. Car Spy TV if she was here, but she's not, sadly. That door on the right, that's the bathroom. Nothing particularly interesting in there, but through this door, this is where we have, what should we call it? I will say the luxury master bedroom. Ready? Yeah, well, sort of. Single bed, there is only one of me today, so that is perfectly sufficient. Little table there. Over here we have a small writing desk with the obligatory tea and coffee making facilities, and out that window, that is the car park where I was speaking to you from a moment ago, and the Primera is parked right up there at the back where it's least likely to be hit. TV up there, I shall be making full use of that pretty soon. Mirror, of course, hello. So not much of a room, but nonetheless perfectly sufficient for me, because all I want to do is sit down, relax, and eat that Cornish pasty, and tomorrow morning we'll have an early start and see what happens. Okay, so it's the next day and we've made it to the venue. Quite a foggy drive in, but nonetheless it's clearing now, which is handy. And I think what we'll do to start is just have a quick overview of what's here. So the cars are all parked here in front of us now, and they're arranged by manufacturer. So we've got Kia here, for example, with the black livery. We've got Volkswagen adjacent with the blue flags over there. Those red flags there, that's Honda. There's Ford in the background, Genesis, Fiat, Audi over there. You can just about see them in the background with the grey building. And what I'll do is have a wander around, see what grabs my attention, and take it out for a test drive. First though, I think I need to get my sun hat because the fog is gone and I'm going to get more than the tan. So let's start with this 2015 Seat Leon SC. SC stands for Sports Coupe. It has a 2-litre petrol engine, 280 horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox, and as you can see, an awful lot of orange. Now, what we have here is a car that's supposed to be fun, sporty and engaging to drive. So let's take it out and see if it's successful. And do bear in mind that we're on a private test facility here, so we can legally go quicker than on the public road. Okay, I'm looking at the lights here. We are allowed to enter with caution. Be aware of traffic coming from the right, always good advice. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're fine. So let's accelerate. That's foot to the floor in 3rd gear. Yeah. Feels quick, but not astonishingly quick. That's 80. Let's try a little bit more. Take it up to 100, shall we? There we go. That's 100 miles an hour. Feels stable, a bit of wind noise as you'd expect at these sort of speeds. Very precise, tracking well. I feel completely happy and confident in the car at these sort of speeds. Okay, so now we've tested the straight line acceleration and high speed stability. Let's move on to a different part of this testing facility and see how this little car behaves through the corners. Okay, so let's take this little Seat out onto a handling circuit. Traction control kicked on then when I put my foot down. Show it through a few corners. Now this handling circuit isn't designed to necessarily go particularly quickly, but it incorporates all kinds of twists and turns and undulations and different road surfaces so we can get a feel for how this car behaves. Quite a hard ride over these bumps, but it's a sporty car. Lock it down to gear. Certainly feels composed. I do like the feel of the steering. I've got a tight hairpin corner here. Let's press the brakes a bit. Yep, they are responsive, as you would hope. Care is required here. Yeah, it picks up very nicely in second gear. And indeed in third when it's in the correct rev range. I like this car. In fact, the more I drive it, the more I like it. Sharp corner. Whee! That's foot to the floor. It's a good little car to drive, and if you want a hot hatch and you want a bit of fun, you could certainly do a lot worse. One more blast. Now how's this for contrast? It's a 1962 Volvo P1800, and according to the odometer it's only done about 23,500 miles. Now you may recognise the P1800 from an old TV series called The Saint. Roger Moore drove one when he played Simon Templar. I can't take this one out today though, it's only here for display purposes. However, I have just driven this 16-ton truck. It's a Renault D16T E-Tech box body, and believe it or not, this thing is fully electric and zero emission. There's no conventional combustion engine whatsoever. Now, it's actually quite easy to drive. It's got 2-speed automatic transmission, the steering is quite light, and this one has 3 tons of cement in the back. Okay, so we're in a Hyundai IONIQ 5. This is the ultimate version. It's an electric vehicle. It has a 73 kilowatt hour battery. Very modern interior. You select the gears via a very large wand down here. It looks like a giant indicator stalk. We have automatic transmission in this one. And we're out now on the handling circuit. And my first impression is that it's not too bad. Let's just provoke it a little here, albeit at low speed. Well, it coped reasonably well with that. Let's accelerate. Oh yes, that picks up very well. It's got over 300 metric horsepower, this one. And of course you've got that instant torque. And this one also has regenerative braking, so when I lift off the throttle it feels as if I'm gently pressing the brake pedal, which I'm not. Takes a little bit of getting used to if you've never had that sort of thing before in a car, but I quite like it, and it helps recharge a battery. Let's go full throttle, foot to the floor. Let's provoke it a little bit more. A little bit of body roll. I mean, it's not claiming to be a sports car, so, you know, it's not supposed to be a 911. Let's have a go around this corner, a little bit quicker than you would normally. There it is. Hard on the brakes. Yeah, they're quite progressive and nice. So it certainly drives very nicely. The ride is good, it's smooth, it's quiet, decent amount of power, nice modern interior, 5 seats, decent boots. It even looks quite nice. So yeah, I quite like this one. I suppose I should stop and eat something really. So I've gone for chicken, a sausage roll, a pork pie, and some kind of random green thing that looks vaguely healthy. Okay, I'm back in my own car now because I've done everything I need to do. Now, I haven't been able to show you everything I've driven and everything I've done, but nonetheless, hopefully you got a decent overview of the sort of thing that's been going on here. I've now got to drive 160 odd miles home, and I'm heading into rush hour, so that's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, about 6 weeks to get home. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Farewell!